Well, today we're getting you ready for possible winter weather, how power line crews are preparing for any possible outages, and details on a bill that could allow nonprofit hospitals to offer retail pharmacy services here in Arkansas.
Covering news where you live. This is 5 News at noon.
Well, thank you for joining us today for your 5 News at noon. I'm Morgan Wrigley here with meteorologist Stephen Elmore, and it feels like some winter weather's on the way. I think everyone's wondering when we need to worry about that winter weather.
Can you smell it in the air?
I can't. Well, I can feel it. I was out there this morning.
It's like the feel that winter weather is coming back into the forecast.
Yes.
Well, overall, it's much cooler today, right? Well, now we got some rain on the way, and now we're going to be hovering right on that line between very cold rainfall and maybe some freezing rain at that. Cloud coverage has been building all day long today. Already starting to see a few of those scattered showers across parts of the River Valley. Northwest Arkansas dry at the moment, but that cloud coverage is going to continue to build in throughout the day today. Just new at noon, that winter weather advisory has been issued for parts of Johnson County. I will not be surprised if parts of Northwest Arkansas are later added to this winter weather advisory. Currently goes out until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for what we're calling round 1 of this potential winter weather. Again, most of it is going to come in the way of some very cold rainfall, but there's going to be some brief transition where it goes over into that freezing rain, which of course would lead to some of those slick spots. Current temperatures out there right now, upper 30s, low 40s across Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Another gloomy day today. Again, those rain chances only going to increase as we go on throughout the afternoon and especially into this evening. By the time we just get after 5 p.m., that's when those scattered showers take over throughout most of the evening hours and into the overnight. Again, cold rainfall is what we're expecting, but as temperatures get very close to that freezing point, that's where we could see some freezing rain starting to mix in there. Across the River Valley, cloud coverage continues to build in throughout the rest of the day today, and then that rain takes over this evening, overnight into tomorrow morning. Definitely going to be a wet commute for you, but again, some spots could see a brief transition over into some wintry mix. Overall, I'm expecting most of the minor impacts to be across Northwest Arkansas going into tomorrow morning. Again, this is round 1 of 2. The second round comes in for Wednesday morning. We'll talk about it coming up.
Thanks, Stephen. And power crews are among those closely watching that forecast just in case some icy weather moves in. 5 News reporter Parker Abel shows us what area crews are doing ahead of the storm.
Winter weather is heading our way, and electric and utility companies, including Ozarks Electric Cooperative, are preparing to keep the power on for everyone.
We definitely have extra crews on call in case we need to send extra crews out to take care of any power outages that might occur. We have real-time updates with our system, so we know when a power outage is happening.
Ashley Harris with Ozarks Electric Cooperative says they're ready no matter what time of day it is.
We're always prepared for any type of weather that comes into our region, and we have a 24-hour dispatch center that is staffed full-time.
And if you have a power generator, Harris says, let them know beforehand.
If you do have a generator, let us know so that when our line workers are coming to maybe take care of a down power line or, take care of an outage, that they know that the generator is there. That helps us.
As well as any power-assisted medical devices.
If you're a resident that requires some type of medical assistance or a device that you have in your home, we want to make sure that you have a backup plan in case there is an outage.
Another concern during winter conditions are roads, and when it looks uncertain as this line of storms, it's hard for RDOT to prepare.
As far as pre-treating, we're not planning right now to get out and do anything tonight or tomorrow in terms of putting anything down, because anything we put down will get washed away. Really, all we're doing right now is watching that forecast, seeing if we can get any clear indication of what might be coming.
Dave Parker with RDOT says they will have crews monitoring the situation.
Tomorrow night, we'll bring in crews through all the Northwest counties for tomorrow night just to be on patrol in case things do start getting a little tricky out there. Because of the timing and because of the uncertainty, sometimes these are the harder storms to prepare for.
Covering news where you live, Parker Abels, 5 News.
We'll keep you updated on those power outages and the road conditions here as we continue to track those storms. We're learning about the arrest of an employee at Arkansas Tech University. Arkansas State Police arrested ATU Department of Public Safety Officer Marty Duvall. He's charged with the use of child sexual abuse material or possession of child pornography. Duvall was immediately suspended and placed on administrative leave. And Arkansas is the only state that has a specific law prohibiting nonprofit hospitals from having a retail permit. Lawmakers have filed a bill that would try to remove that ban. As of now, the only restriction to operate retail pharmacy services are in nonprofit hospitals. For instance, VA hospitals and for-profit hospitals can provide full services. The vice president of patient services for Mercy Arkansas says right now there are gaps with access to medications, and this law would close those gaps.
We just want the ability to be able to fill those meds for those patients, in particular when they're already at our sites of care. So if we're discharging somebody from the hospital or they've had surgery, we want to be able to provide meds for them as they leave. And really the big benefit to that, we know that patients have better outcomes.
Right now, Senate Bill 58 is headed to the House and should be voted on this week. Well, a Fayetteville Haas Hall Academy student is making a name for herself on Capitol Hill. Mia Al-Ansari was selected as a Senate page. It's a paid position that allows students to work in Washington, D.C. for 4 months. Al-Ansari is a high school junior and was appointed by Senator Boozman to be one of 28 Senate pages. It's considered one of the most selective and prestigious programs in the country. Pages are nominated by senators, usually from their home state, and they perform a variety of tasks such as delivering messages and legislative documents on the Senate floor. 5 News sat down with Mia. She tells us she was grateful to be in Washington, D.C. during this election season.
So on January 6th, the pages get to carry the ballot boxes and walk over to the House side with the senators, and we hand the boxes up so the vice president can read off the certification of the election. And so it was awesome to be there for not only a joint session of Congress, but to be there on such a big time because it was an election and getting to be a direct part of that.
And keep in mind, senators, U.S. Senate pages, and Senate clerks are the only people in the world allowed on the Senate floor. Not even Senate staff or interns have that access. So congratulations, Mia, on that huge accomplishment. President Donald Trump begins the 4th week of his second term with generally positive poll numbers from the American public. Still, he faces court challenges over multiple executive orders. Naomi Ruckham has a closer look at the president's plans for this week.
President Donald Trump has a new target in his quest to cut government spending: the American penny. Overnight, he announced on social media that he has instructed the Treasury Secretary to stop making new pennies, which cost more than 3 cents to make. Also happening today, President Trump says he will announce new tariffs on all steel and aluminum imports, including from Canada and Mexico. And later this week, he'll come out with new reciprocal tariffs on countries worldwide.
They are charging us 130% and we're charging them nothing. It's not going to stay that way.
New CBS News YouGov polling shows the American public largely approves of the sweeping changes made over the last few weeks, with 70% of Americans saying President Trump is doing what he promised during the campaign. 66% say he's not doing enough to focus on lowering prices. The president says after dismantling USAID, he's directing Elon Musk to look at overspending at other departments. Democrats are trying to fight back against the president's agenda, but admit they can only rely on court challenges.
The checks and balances are working. What is not working is the way that the executive is behaving.
So far, as many as 12 federal judges have put pauses on the president's plans. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
In terms of ending the production of the penny, the U.S. Mint reported losing more than $85 million last year, making more than 3 billion pennies. However, the impact this could have on the economy overall remains to be seen.